After following months of verbal sparring and a couple of odd press conferences, on Monday it was announced that Tommy Fury has withdrawn from his December 18th pay-per-view fight against Jake Paul due to medical reasons. First reported by the UK outlet The Mirror, Fury was unable to continue training for the bout due to an injury. Fury released the following statement: "I am absolutely heartbroken that I have been forced to withdraw from my fight with Jake Paul due to a bacterial chest infection and broken rib. I really do hope we can get this fight rescheduled in the new year. I want this fight to still happen more than anything." Here was Paul's response to the news during his media conference call on Monday.
For the Furies, it's an embarrassment. You know, they said, "Oh, we'll fight Jake with a broken rib. We'll fight Jake with a chest infection. We'll fight Jake with our arms tied behind our back." And then when it actually came to fighting me, they pulled out. This is boxing, right? So these types of things happen, and it's unfortunate, but, you know, still going to be a massive fight, just like it was last time. There's celebrities coming out left and right. Some people are even more excited to see me fight Tyron again. And there's unanswered questions. That's why the slogan for the fight is "Leave no doubt." People just need to realize how serious I take this and how a lot of these other professional fighters don't train as hard as me. They're not as prepared as me. And like Tommy Fury, he pulled out of the fight because of, you know, some silly little thing. I fought with a broken nose. I fought sick. The list goes on. So last fight against Tyron, I had a hyperextended elbow. Didn't say anything. Why? Because it doesn't matter. I'm still going to go in there and find a way to win. So that's my motivation, is win.
He mentioned unanswered questions, and unfortunately, the question about him finally fighting a boxer is not going to be answered when fighting Tyron Woodley, but the fight was competitive. Your thoughts on the replacement?
That's just it. The fight was competitive, and if we need a replacement, who else are we going to get? You know, we're 12 days away, 11 days away, and the only bad thing about this is that the first thing people are going to say is he didn't have enough time to train, and that's Tyron Woodley. But when you look at his Instagram,
excuses already.
I mean, but that's like kind of like a reality, though. You know, I happened to look at his Instagram, and 5 days ago, he posted a video of him hitting the pads, and it says, "If he fumbles, I'm scooping it right up and putting points on the board." So there's a video out where Jake Paul says that he's been training, that Tyron Woodley has been training. Now, you might figure that he was going to say that anyway, but maybe Tyron Woodley was training to some degree just in case.
Listen, I mean, there are a lot of fighters out there, Barack, that stay in the gym. The guys that they call gym rats. That even when they're not fighting, they're just constantly in the gym to stay in shape. I've seen Tyron train
retired.
I understand, but even in retirement, you've seen him train with our guy Hollywood Hino doing the pads and all that CrossFit type of stuff. He looks like a guy that stays in shape. Hey, it's a great opportunity fell in his lap. He is a guy that he wants to beat, and he's going to get paid big money to do it.
Yeah, I think that maybe because he was not training, he was heavy. You know, you've seen pictures of him and video of him before he fought Jake Paul. You know, he was softer. You know, he wasn't as ripped. You know, so I think this got him motivated because he even said that he doesn't want this to be a one-off. He wanted that fight with Jake Paul to be a start of something big. You know, so maybe even though he lost, it was a close loss. Maybe he decided to stay in the gym, hoping to get that rematch and hoping to get other fights as well. So when they say that he was training, I have no choice but to believe that.
I know, but would you say for the public, the general public, the interest is the same? Is it less? Is it more?
I think we have no choice, but like what you said, the fight was competitive, and then there's that round where he hit Jake Paul and knocked him into the ropes, which should have been scored a knockdown. Jake Paul still would have won according to the scorecards, you know, but still, people don't know that. People just saw a competitive fight. They seen only one person got hurt that fight, and they're like, well, maybe he could do it again. He vowed afterwards that he's gonna bring it to him a little bit harder in the next fight. He's not gonna be as leery of Jake Paul's right hand. So maybe we're gonna get a more interesting fight. And I think as a whole, it's an interesting fight for the fans. And I think it's very interesting how Paul added this incentive, this monetary incentive, if Tyron Woodley could knock him out.
Man, you know me, I like to make things more interesting all the way across the board. You know, there's been this rumor going around about a no knockout clause in my contracts, which someone started and everyone else ran with. You know, people are like sheep. They just believe anything they read or see, and they go whichever way the crowd is going. So that's been a rumor that is completely untrue. I'll be in jail for rigging fights. It's illegal. And so we just wanted to squash that rumor right away. And from now on, we will be giving bonuses to my opponents if they can knock me out, because we want to incentivize them and prove to the media that, you know, all of this, prove to the media and to the world that all of these rumors aren't true.
Wow, now that he said that, I do kind of remember that, hearing that rumor, and I'm glad he cleared that up. But, you know, he already had a bet with Fury saying, you know, you change your name to Fumbles if I beat you, but if you beat me, I give you an extra $500,000. You know, so how do you like that he's adding this $500,000 for if you knock him out?
Well, first off, I like to just give credit to Jake Paul for always having an answer for something. Like, people attack him, and he always has the best comebacks for everything. The guy is sharp. Now, as far as these bets, who knows? I mean, there was a bet that Tyron Woodley was supposed to get a tattoo. Some people say the tattoo is fake. We don't know if it's real. I mean, I need to see stuff in writing. I want to see the contracts on social media. Put them up there. Have proof that you're actually putting this $500,000 up for a knockout. Let's not talk about it, because people are starting rumors against him. If he's, countering with something like this, which it says a lot. Hey, if you think I'm putting these contracts in there after not being knocked out, so here's $500,000 if you can knock me out. That sounds all good, but let's make sure it's all official tissue, like a ref with a whistle, down to the bone gristle. Then I'll believe it.
What the heck? Did you have to add that bone gristle part? Well, I don't see why he would be making this up, you know.
No,
he's
I
a troll. The last thing a troll needs is for somebody to call him out on a lie. You see how he addressed this immediately? There was a rumor saying there's a no knockout clause, and people were saying that like it was facts. Literally, people were saying that like it was facts. Now that I remember.
I think Tyron Woodley might have been the one to start that rumor.
I don't know. I didn't hear it from him, but I did hear it from people who are involved in the media, and they were saying it like they heard it from Jake Paul himself, like they seen the contract themselves. And you see how quickly he just addressed it? And to just throw something on top like that, here's an extra $500,000 if you can knock me out. I like that. I like that a lot.
No, I love it, man. Do you think he can knock him out, though?
Oh, of course, anybody could get knocked out, and he did hurt him, and he just didn't press him good enough, after he hurt him. And he even said, it was a big moment for him. He was a little leery of the right hand or whatever. So of course he can. He got the pop to do it, But at the same time, Jake Paul's shown some skills to stay away and to control the distance. So no matter what, I think it's going to be a good fight.